All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, here we are, week 10 of the NFL season. I don't know what to say. Is the season going by too fast or is it going by slow? I don't know what to say and I don't know how to feel. All I know is this season has been crazy. I have no idea what's going to happen down the stretch throughout the remainder of the season. All I'm just hoping for is that my team makes the postseason and we continue to have a lot of crazy matchups for the rest of the year because football has been crazy so far this season. So let's get into some of these matchups because we got a lot of crazy games, a lot of great games that should be happening this week. I can't wait to see them happen. But before I give out my predictions, I gotta say, last week was rough. The last couple of weeks, in fact, have been rough for me. Man, I haven't done good in my predictions over the last couple weeks. This week I went 500, so I'm heading in the right trajectory, so hopefully this week I will be over 500, but we'll see what happens when it comes to these picks. Anyway, let's get on to these picks. So, starting off with tonight's game, Thursday Night Football, we've got my Ravens. Ravens flock. What's good with you guys? Got the Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins in South Beach. This should be fun. Cannot wait to see how this game is gonna go down. In all honesty, the Ravens are a better team than the Dolphins. They should be able to blow this team out. However, I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen because the Ravens offense has been getting off to slow starts for much of this season. So, I don't know if they're going to get off to a slow start in this game. It could potentially happen. We'll see what happens with that, though. But either way, I still see the Ravens winning. Whether it's in dominating fashion or in a close game, I still think the Ravens are going to be able to win this game and move on to 7-2. So I'm going to take the Ravens. Next up, Sunday games. We've got the Saints taking on the Titans in Tennessee. I'm going to take the Titans. They're rolling right now. Yes, they've lost King Henry, but that does not mean that this team can't still produce at a high level. They can play at a high level, produce at a high level, especially defensively, because their defense has been getting themselves together. And we've talked about this. If this defense can play at a high level, the Titans are a serious threat. And so far, they've been playing at a high level. What they did against the Rams last week, that was nice. That Sunday Night Football matchup was great for them. So if the Titans can continue to keep up this momentum, they will be fine. I'm going to take them over the Saints. Next, we got the Bills and the Jets. I'm not wasting too much time on this. The Bills had a terrible week against the Jaguars. They know they need to bounce back. And they're going up against a divisional rival in the New York Jets. So they got to get this job done. I believe Mike White's going to play in this game. I'm this close to picking it because the legacy of Mike White, man. Mike White. Can you imagine Mike White beating the Bills? It could happen. However, I'm going to take Josh Allen and the Bills. They need to bounce back from that Jags loss, so I'm going to take them. I got the Bills. Next up, the Lions and the Steelers. I think I've pretty much given up trying to put any hope and faith in the Lions. I just think they're heading to another winless season. I don't know what to tell you, man. I thought the Lions, the way they fought early in the season, I felt they should have won a couple of those games. Definitely should have beat my team because we sat back and let them get in it. They fought hard, man. But yeah, I just don't know about the Lions. The Steelers right now, they're rolling. They won the last several games, and they're right in this race for the AFC North crown. So they're at home. I just don't see how the Lions are going to go on the road and beat Pittsburgh. I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. Next, we got the Jaguars and the Colts. Colts are trying to find a way to catch up to the Titans for that AFC South crown. And the Colts have been playing well. They're at home. I'm taking them over the Jags. They're trying to get wins and force their way into the playoffs. They need a major playoff push. So Carson Wentz in this unit has to play well, and I think they're going to do it at home this Sunday against the Jaguars. Next up, we got the Bucs in Washington. This is in Washington, but I just think the Buccaneers are going to they're going to march into FedEx Field and they're going to destroy Washington. I feel like it's going to be that type of situation, man. I'll be rooting for Washington, to the betterment of my mental stability. But I just feel that the Bucs are probably going to destroy them. Hopefully Washington makes it a good game, but I got the Bucs winning this one. Next, we got the Browns and the Patriots in New England. This is an interesting game. The Patriots are on the rise. They've been playing some great football over the last several weeks, and they're on the rise. They are within reach of the AFC East. They are threatening that divisional crown that the Bills are trying to hold on to right now. So I wouldn't mess around with the Patriots. Bill Belichick is doing his thing with this team, and I think this is going to be a tough matchup for the Browns. I'm going to take Cleveland in this one. The big win against Cincinnati last week, I feel like it's going to do wonders for them. It's going to be able to booster up their momentum, and I just feel like they understand the situation they're in right now. They're trying to fight to see if they can possibly win this division because they're far from out of it and they're within reach. They just have to continue to win. And this will be a great way to do it. You know, coming off that huge win, if you can beat the Patriots, it'll do wonders. So I'm going to take Cleveland in this one, though I really think the Patriots are going to win. I'm going to take Cleveland, but, like, this is in New England. The Patriots are rolling. Maybe I should switch this pick. Nah, I'm going to stick with the Browns. I'm going to stick with the Browns, though. I wouldn't be surprised if New England wins because they are rolling right now. They look dangerous. Next up, we got the Falcons taking on the Cowboys. This is in Dallas. Yeah, the Cowboys need to bounce back. Dak easily had his worst performance of his career. I don't know what that was. Maybe he just wasn't ready to play. I don't know what it was, but yeah, they had no reason to be that flat against the Broncos. They got embarrassed. So they're at home here. I expect them to win this game against the Falcons. I expect Dak to bounce back, so I'm going to take the Cowboys. They should get this job done. Next up, we got the Panthers versus the Cardinals. Now, we did get the news that Cam Newton is coming back to Carolina, you know, because Sam Darnold's going to be out for the next couple of weeks, so bringing back Cam Newton was definitely great. However, I do not believe he's going to play in this game because, I mean, today is Thursday. You'd think he would have to practice Friday, and then you'd go through a walkthrough on Friday and then all of a sudden play on Sunday. That's not going to happen, so he'll probably play next week. But, yeah, I think either way, I'm taking the Cardinals in this one. They're at home, and they're rolling, and even despite the fact that Kyler didn't play last week, they dominated the 49ers. So, yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals. They are a complete team right now. They are dangerous in the NFC. Like, that's the one team I'm looking at and saying, Rams, you really got to be careful with these guys. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals. Next, we got the Vikings and the Chargers. Easily one of the most interesting matchups here because the Chargers have been going toe-to-toe with a lot of teams. They've looked great at times. They've looked poor at times, but you know, I love what I've seen from Justin Herbert. Seen some good, seen some bad. It's been in between, but the Chargers have been an interesting team to watch. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Vikings, they've been an interesting team to watch just because they've been in it with some of the better teams in the league. They went down to the wire in overtime with both the Bengals and the Ravens. They ended up losing that game. And then they took it down to the wire against the Cardinals and should have won, but they missed the kick. Like, this team should have more wins than what they have right now. They just don't know how to close games. And I feel like that's going to bite them in yet another game here. This is going to be in LA, and I think the Chargers are going to get the win here, so I'm going to take them. Next up, we have the Seahawks and the Packers. This should be an interesting game. I believe Aaron Rodgers would be back in time for this game, and I don't even know if they're going to throw him out on the field and play. This is in Green Bay, so I don't know if Rodgers is going to play. I assume he probably will be able to play if he is available, but we'll see. We'll see about that. As for the Seahawks, man, they really needed this. Their leader's coming back. The general's coming back. Russell Wilson is coming back for the Seahawks. If they have any chance to salvage this season, save it, and potentially make a run to the playoffs, Russell Wilson needs to come out here and ball out. Now, I don't know about the status of Aaron Rodgers and whether or not he's going to play in this game. And because of that, I don't know if I want to take the Packers. Because if Rodgers is not there, I think the Seahawks take this. But if he's playing, I think Green Bay's got a great chance to win this at home. You know what? I don't want to play with an iffy here. Originally, I was going to take the Packers, but with the way the Seahawks are kind of desperate and with Russell Wilson coming back, I think I'm going to take the Seahawks. This might be an upset here if somebody looks at it because Russell Wilson hasn't played football in the last several weeks, so you don't know how that's going to go. But I think the Seahawks might go on the road and beat the Packers. That might be crazy. It might be just smart to pick the Packers, but I don't know. I'm feeling Russell Wilson pulling off a comeback right now. I originally picked the Packers when I made my picks earlier this week, but I'm going to switch this and I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I'm going to give Russell Wilson the benefit of the doubt and say he's going to lead the charge and they're going to get it done. So I'm going to take the Seahawks. Man, I'm going to look back on Sunday and be so pissed off if they lose this game. But it is what it is. Next up, we've got the Eagles taking on the Broncos. This is in Denver. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos here. The Broncos managed to... they decimated the Cowboys last week. Now, the Eagles have been playing some good football. They haven't been winning much, but they've been playing some good football. They had an amazing game against the Chargers. It came down to the wire. Jalen Hurts has been playing nice over the last couple weeks, so maybe this could be the game where they put it together. And again, Denver's not a team you want to trust that much, but I don't know. I'm feeling the Broncos right now. Just this week. I don't feel them throughout the rest of the season, but like this week, they're at home. I think they're going to be able to take this against the Eagles, but I wouldn't be surprised if Philadelphia pulls off the win on the road, but I'm going to take the Broncos here. Next up, we've got Sunday Night Football, an AFC West matchup. We've got the Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, it's been a rough month for the Raiders. I'm not going to lie. The last several weeks have been very rough for them. They've lost a lot of players. It's just been a whole situation. Everything's just going bad for the Raiders right now. Meanwhile, the Chiefs, they've been slowly pulling out victories, and in some cases, they've kind of lucked out. Like with the Packers game, they lucked out that they didn't have to face off against Aaron Rodgers. But hey, you take wins however you take them. And right now, they're slowly climbing back, and they're within range in this AFC West. So I think the Chiefs are going to be able to take this, you know. I think the Chiefs are going to get this on the road against the Raiders. Chiefs right now are just trying to pull out wins. And I think this could be the game that they really need to try and get themselves back on track offensively. It's going to be a little bit tough, but I think they can get the job done. No, originally I was going to pick the Raiders, but everything kind of just seems to be going bad for them right now. I don't know. Winning could distract that for them, but I don't know. The Chiefs right now, they've been sneaking out wins. It feels like another game where the Raiders should win, but the Chiefs might be able to sneak it out. So I'm going to take Kansas City in this one. And last but not least, Monday Night Football. We've got the Rams and the 49ers. Now, we did hear that Odell Beckham Jr. will be signing with the Rams, so he will be an LA Ram. However, I do not know if he will be playing in this Monday Night Football game against the Niners. He could potentially, but I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But either way, whether or not he plays, my pick does not change. The 49ers got destroyed last week against the Cardinals without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. The Rams right now got destroyed by the Titans without Derrick Henry. Both these teams kind of need a win right now because they suffered embarrassing losses. And I think the Rams are going to be the one to bounce back. Like I said, the Rams are my team to pick to win the AFC West, though that loss against the Titans last week is going to make it even more difficult. I still got them winning the NFC West, and this is my Super Bowl pick coming out of the NFC because I'm between them and the Packers, and I'm really feeling the Rams right now. So, not to mention, this could be the debut for Von Miller as a Ram, so you might get a debut for both Von Miller and Odell. We'll see what happens. Either way, I'm taking the Rams on the road. They're going to beat the 49ers, and they'll keep moving. And with that being said, that is all my picks for Week 10. Hopefully, my record will be over 500, but we'll see. But it all starts with Thursday Night Football tonight. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, my Ravens can get the dub, and we'll be all good. But we'll see what happens. With that being said, that is all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace!